Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my monthly review for the Walking Dead comic book series. This month is the Walking Dead issue 110. It was released last Wednesday. Finally now getting a chance to review it. Okay, yep, my apologies, guys, for not getting my review up last week. Didn't have the reviewing station ready to go. Wasn't good to go. I did read it right off the bat because I can't wait. Just love the Walking Dead comic book series. Just like the TV series, I like them both equally in different ways. And the Walking Dead comic book series is the only comic book series that I know every release date. I can't wait to read it each month as it comes out. And I just, as soon as it comes out, pick it up or just read it. And always enjoy it, always love it. It's the only one that I've been able to consistently keep reading for a few, like years and years of a comic book series. All the others, you know, even Batman and stuff like that, there's so many different titles and everything. I can't keep reading every month each time. I always stop caring after a while. But definitely the Walking Dead comic book series has stayed just as good all the way through, I'd like to think. And at this point is still just as exciting as it's probably ever been. So in this week's issue, or this month's issue, we start to see some of the things come together for the imminent war that is going to occur between Negan and the alliance between Rick's group, a splinter part of the Hilltop, and the Kingdom. This review, by the way, will contain spoilers for the issue, but if you don't read the comic book, you just watch the TV show, you won't really care anyway. And if you're not really too worried about spoilers, this one doesn't have any major character deaths or anything like that, so don't worry about that. If you haven't read it, I wouldn't say that it's really that big of spoilers anyway for it. This was more like one of those character builder issues. You know, we were getting to know this new character, Ezekiel, what he's about. Obviously, the cover illustrates you have Michonne with her sword, and you have Ezekiel with his. Kind of finally bringing in a match for Michonne in the Walking Dead comic book series, which is something that has never happened up to this point. You know, Robert Kirkman has never brought in a love interest for her aside from Tyrese. After him, that was it. And even that was kind of weird, you know, because obviously Tyrese was with Carol before that, which is a totally different Carol than from the TV series. But you guys know what I'm saying who have read it. And but I feel like really this is like the first time that Michonne has had somebody that it really seems to click with. I mean, she's probably one of the most badass chicks you could ever meet in a zombie apocalypse. She's like a samurai. She's probably killed more walkers than anyone else in Rick's group, I would say. Yeah, I think so. The most of anybody, I would say. And, you know, Ezekiel, obviously leader of this new group, the Kingdom that we're meeting, has a tiger and is actually sort of like telling Michonne that she's carrying like a samurai sword, but she is using it like she's fencing. So it's kind of interesting that he actually can break down her technique, which makes you think like he's probably even better with his sword than she is. We just haven't seen it yet. So real tough dude. He's got a tiger and he's got those kind of skills, you know, that he can see right away that she's using it like a fencer and not technically using it properly, just kind of swinging away and all that, which is, that's kind of cool because it's like as badass as she is, Ezekiel might be even more badass than her. Getting to find out a little bit about his backstory and everything with him I thought was interesting. We need that. We need to get to know characters before we can care about them. So obviously we have to hear about, you know, how did he become this king of this kingdom or whatever and all these things. And I like that he comes straight with her and he kind of explains that, you know, it was kind of put upon him. He's, you know, and when he explains it all, there's no magic behind it or anything like that. He's just a real tough dude who likes cats, found a tiger in a zoo, took care of her, almost died in the process, and she's helped him out by helping defend him, as well as his sword, of course, and his sword skills, his swordmanship. So hopefully we get to see some of his skills, because I'd really like to see nunchuck skills, bow hunting skills, sword fighting skills. Would be awesome. So that was all good. I liked all of that. Everything with Michonne and Ezekiel was good. I enjoyed that. We got to see what happened between Jesus and Cal with the spear thrower. I like the dodge from Jesus in this episode where he dodges the spear and kind of drags it to the right and everything. And pretty exciting when we find out that Cal has just sent off a flare just before that, and Jesus like just gets there in time, talks him out of it, and has a real nice save by saying that the supply, the offering is going to be short. That was really, it's like, oh man, what are they going to say? And then boom, he comes up with that. Very clever. I like that a lot. I thought it was really good. Let's see. So Rick's group we finally get to see how many men or people the kingdom has, and it's crazy how many, like so many more people than Rick's group, or I think even the Hilltop too, wouldn't it? Or probably somewhere similar to the Hilltop, but they all look like they're pretty tough and like it's going to be good, definitely. Because I mean, we don't have any kind of numbers from what they've said in the comic book series yet, I don't think. But we know that they have about, probably just from the picture, I would say at least 30 in terms of the fighters out of those, at least 20 or 30 fighters, I would say. And then you got Rick's splinter group of, who was it? Andrea. Let's see here. Let me just real quickly look at it so I can say. We got Andrea, Michonne, Rick, Carl. Eugene was in there, but he didn't come. What's the other guy's name? One of the gay guys. Forget his name. And what's the other guy's name? Heath? I think it's Heath. Forget his name too. Yeah, but all of them. So all in all, we should probably have about, I would still say maybe actually, unless Dwight is able to get a lot of people on his side against Negan, Negan's group would still kind of outnumber them. However, the key to it all may be Eugene, because if Eugene can produce those bullets, or will, because as we got to see in the issue too, Eugene's kind of hesitant with Rick, even though he trusts Rick and everything like that. He doesn't want to produce bullets that are going to be used to kill people, even though those people have got Rick's group backed into a corner. So hopefully Eugene smartens up and realizes that if he doesn't do it, that they're probably going to be killed sooner or later, or Negan's going to end up taking all that ammunition, and then they're not going to have a chance of mutinying or anything like that. So that was interesting as well. Did like the issue overall. I think that's pretty much all I got to say about it. I like the development with Ezekiel, getting to find out a little bit more about him, possible relationship between him and Michonne. Finally, somebody from Michonne is nice to see. Eugene's being a puss. Jesus is able to sway Cal and stop what's about to happen. And pretty soon, it should be really exciting in the next few issues to get to see the battle commence and everything like that. I'm expecting it to be pretty long. At least probably a whole story arc of 6 issues of just straight up like battle between this joint alliance, Rick's group, the Kingdom, and the Hilltop with Jesus versus Negan, the Saviors. So it should be really good, really excited. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10. Thought it was a great issue, lots of dialogue, lots of building, getting ready for another big, exciting payoff for sure. So let me know what you guys thought about the issue. Feels great to be reviewing something Walking Dead. Jesus, I get withdrawals like it's nothing, man. I have no patience, man. I wish I had more patience. I have, like, no patience. Anyway, at least we got the comic book series. Can't go wrong with that. And that doesn't end, anytime. So that's always comes out every month. So, good stuff. That's pretty much all I got to say for this one, guys. I'll call it here. Let me know what you guys thought about the issue. How excited are you for the whole Negan Alliance war? And that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev. I'm saying peace.